please enter your name while coming into the session. Please enter your name with our class respectively. And please raise up your questions when you have. Just write them and ping in the chat box. That will be very useful. Once again, a very good morning to all. Have a wonderful and informative session now.
As Keshav mentioned, it is better now you switch on the videos and everyone now for some time. Okay, so in the beginning and also no maybe at the end, no, please switch on the videos. No, it'll be nice and interesting, right? And you know that we are recording this, so only if you switch on, it will be nice to mark the attendance also, right?
Sir, is the screen sharing enabled? Are you able to see my presentation?
No. Maybe I need to do that. I'll try and do that immediately. Okay. Professor Karthik, if you can just call Professor Tony, I think that would be better. Please call him.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Mr. Jitin, I think we can see that.
Okay,
See
perfect.
your screen.
Perfect. We can start whenever you are ready, sir.
Yeah. 10 minutes time. By 9:30 we will start.
Okay, sir.
So one request, all the students, please switch on your videos also and be more interactive. Okay. So it is going to be a very nice and useful session, and looking forward to a lot of interaction at the end. Okay, because a lot of you will be having a lot of doubts, apprehension, questions, and all that. So please do interact. Okay. So we could start exactly by 9:30. 8 minutes. Okay. Yes, good morning. So I can see so many students who have switched on. Some of them had to switch on the camera. when we have guest lectures, we want all the students to switch on the camera, right? Hematilaga, Sanjay, Jayant, Jacob, Cherian, Merlin, Dimple, Jacob, Oliver, Geeta. Now please switch on your cameras quickly. See, I request all the students to mute, no? Alex, please mute.
Sorry, sir, got disconnected.
Pardon?
Got disconnected. Sorry, I'll just start.
Yeah, no problem. I request the students who are admitting now, please hold on for some time, okay? And when it comes to 90, please hold on. Who's doing that? Who's
Yes, sir.
admitting? Yeah,
Sir,
who's that?
Samuel Abraham.
Sample, no, just hold on for some time, okay? When it reaches 90, please hold on, okay?
Okay.
So, Jitin,
Yes, sir.
no, maybe like we have no in the beginning an introductory remark and all that. So maybe you can wait until that time in terms of screen sharing. At that time, maybe once we are ready, I think we can start.
Sure, sir.
Remark. Yeah.
Sure, sir.
MC, now please get ready. Another 3 minutes more. So we would start number. Thank you. So Jitin, I think you should stop screen sharing and then restart when supposed to.
I think I have.
Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are we ready? 9:28. MC, people doing the prayer. Now please be ready.
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Please switch on the camera, everyone. Okay. I think we have about 90 students. I think we can start now, right? Okay. MC, over to you. Yeah. Keshav.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to one another.
Start. Now, please switch on your camera. Please start.
Am I audible,
Keshav?
sir?
Yes. Please start.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to one and all. Thank you all for finding time and participating in today's webinar session. Myself, Kesav Edinandan, will be your host for the day. Let's start by entreating the blessings of the Lord. Here, I invite Mr. Ryan Goel for the prayer. Are you there, Ryan Goel?
Is mine one now?
Yeah, audible. Ryan, start.
Yeah, okay. I request you all to please close your eyes as we pray. O thou who in days past didst put it into the hearts of good men to found this college, for the imparting of sound hearing, learning, the building of character, and the spread of spiritual truth and knowledge of thyself. This our college, my Lord, and school. May love, unity, and brotherhood be learnt here. May industry, uprightness, and courage flow here. And from this place may there be sent forth continually a stream of men and women who shall serve thee faithfully in thy world. I pray that the program that we conduct goes on really well. Blessed be the name of God. In his name we pray. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. We are all gathered here for a very energetic and informative session about ornamental aquaculture, an entrepreneurial opportunity with our special guest lecturer, Mr. Jitin Herrick, an aquaculture consultant. Before moving on to the session, let's just keep our videos on so that we can have some interaction during the session. Even if you have any questions during the presentation, just ping them in the chat box. There will be a separate Q&A session at the end to answer all your questions. Now, I'm inviting our head of the department, Dr. Amshang Das sir, to address the gatherings and to share a few words about our guest lecturer.
Thank you, Keshav, and warm greetings to everyone. Particularly, I'm really happy and delighted to welcome our resource person for the day, Mr. Jitin Herrick, who's been a great source of inspiration. Like his been connected with him over the years, and he, in fact, among his busy schedule, is able to find some time to interact with our students, and really appreciate his effort of meeting the students. And particularly, now I should say something about Mr. Jitin Herrick. Now he, in fact, started off in the IT field, and he visited various countries. But now he had a passion. He had a passion towards doing something on his own, right? And that has driven him to this particular concept of aquaculture, right? And during this pandemic, so many students have been thinking, what is that I can do with the time? And there's so many ventures now, even our students have started. Okay, and this aquaculture is one such initiative which every student can think of, right? And in today's environment, you know that this idea is important. Okay, now you have the idea, and obviously that can be converted into a business plan. Okay, and nobody thought you can do online transaction. You can maybe buy and sell goods online, but just imagine how huge this business has turned out. About 20 years ago, 30 years ago, we did not have Amazon, but now just see how things have changed up very quickly. And particularly this ornamental fish culture is a very nice business basically. Okay, so this if you have the passion towards it, now you have a passion towards it, the pets and things like that, definitely this is up for you. And I'm really happy that now we have a resource person here, very eminent resource person, would be highlighting about what this ornamental fish culture is, right? Now, because now most of us know about it from layman's point of view. There is a professionalism involved, right? There's a lot of business concept involved. There's a lot of things involved behind it. Okay, there's a huge industry. Okay, and maybe over a period of time, maybe what happens is you start something as a hobby, and maybe this hobby would become kind of a main business. That's how people start. Okay, they have some time and they do something called as a hobby, so that they are happy about it, and over a period of time that would turn out to be a huge venture, right? Huge business model altogether. Okay, so I really take this opportunity to welcome our resource person, and I also take the opportunity to welcome the other faculty members, Professor Karthik, Professor Tony, and Professor Serena. And I also know I'm very happy to and delighted to see all the students here, right? The first year students. The morning, being a Saturday, now you've allotted some time now to listen to this particular talk. And this comes under a concept called as Tycoons Talk. Now, basically, we invite people from the industry. Okay, so we invite people from the industry to interact with our students, so that our students would become a future tycoon in the days and years to come. Okay, and I'm sure that this interaction. Okay, so most of the times, the resource people, they say that the students are very active. They ask a lot of questions. Okay, now that's how the BBA department has been, and that's how MCC has been also. And I'm looking forward to a lot of interaction at the end. And so, with this few words of introduction and welcome, I request the resource person, Mr. Dithan Herrick, to take over the session.
Thank you so much, sir, for the kind words. I'll probably start by sharing the screen and take it on from there. I hope you are able to see my screen in the presentation mode.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I would like to start this talk with a Jewish proverb, which says that all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk only leads to poverty. So during this time of global pandemic and economic slowdown, I would really like to applaud the BBA department and Dr. Armstrong for taking this opportunity to share or create an awareness of what are the business opportunities which are available for students, so that when you guys are ready to get into the field, you are equipped and can make a conscious decision. Once again, thank you, sir, for this opportunity for me to for calling me and allowing me to present my field to the potential entrepreneurs of tomorrow. The topic that I am going to talk about is ornamental aquaculture, or in general terms, you could call as aquarium trade. This again, I want to give you a precursor or a warning that this is the first time I'm going to do a online session. So all my previous talks have been one-on-one and face-to-face. So this is going to be a first for me. So kindly pardon me if there are any shortcomings. So what comes to your mind when generally when you think of aquarium industry? Is probably the local fish shop. Are you guys able to see my first slide?
Yes, sir. No, we can.
Yeah. So typically a local fish shop is what comes to your mind when you think of an aquarium trade or something like that. But an aquarium can be anywhere between a 6 by 6 square feet area to a sprawling area of about 3,000 square feet. But the objective of my talk today will be to create an awareness that this is just a tip of an iceberg. What you see is, as a local fish shop is just the last step of a huge industry. This talk is going to be a little bit about details, so I didn't want it to be boring. So I thought of creating a small, giving a small trivia of fact about the industry, so which you guys can take back. So I'm sure many of you have kept fish as a pet in your some part in your life. And an interesting fact is that TN is Tamil Nadu is one of the third biggest production of ornamental fishes and in fish trade, and the biggest one of the biggest wholesale markets the aquarium industry is placed out of Kolattur in Chennai, and I'm sure many of you would have had an opportunity to visit there. So it is one of the booming industries in Tamil Nadu, and this is just, as I said, it's just one part of the aquaculture. The other part of the aquaculture is public aquarium in all its grandeur. I'm sure you would have come across this public aquarium, which is called Marine Kingdom, developed by VGP groups. This was built for a phenomenal 150 crores plus project, done by various international teams, installations, and we were also part of a certain display which was set up here, the photographic tank, which that you come across when you enter the installation, was done by our team. The so these are two ends of a spectrum, and it's a massive industry that caters to a lot of what do you call mental well-being and all those things. And so we will get into the details of what comprises of this. So let's first understand how big is this industry. So that's what my next slide is about. Were you aware that the aquarium industry would be worth about billions of dollars? So basically, what comes to your mind when you think of an industry worth billions of dollars? Probably an e-commerce giants like Amazon or Alibaba, or probably a social media giant like Facebook, or then technical tech giants like Google or Microsoft would be the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about billions of dollars. But the fact is that an aquarium industry or an ornamental aquaculture industry is worth $20 billion worldwide as of 2020. And the other figure is that figure from ICAR states that it was worth about $9 billion as of 2015. So we can see that over the last 5 years, it has actually doubled. So you could see the potential that is there in this industry, because there is a lot of potential of growth. And here's a pie chart showcasing the various ornamental fish export from Asian countries. And as you could see that India is currently only contributing to 1% of that share. So again, there's a big potential of growth. If you take the right choices, we could become a bigger contributor. Even Sri Lanka, which is a much smaller nation than is contributing 4.72% of the global consumption. So with India having such a diverse what do you call forest and ecology, we just have a much greater potential which is yet to be realized. So it is a right time to think about it, and you can actually grow with the industry if you look into it as a business potential. So the next slide is about what is ornamental aquaculture and what are the various parts and components of it. It's just a brief overview of that. So what comprises of an ornamental aquaculture? What are the various activities which happens there? As you see, on a broad level, there are two parts to it. One is seen the product sales, and the other part is the services. Under the product sales, we have the live goods and the dry goods. We will be getting into the details of that in the following slides. And under the services, we have the installations and the maintenance and the consultancy services, which are part of this the ornamental aquaculture. Now we will be getting to the details of this in the following slides. Again, so that the talk does not get boring, again a trivia or an information. What you see on the right side is a very specific type of aquarium. Now, we might think that there's only one kind of aquarium, but if you get into the details of it, there are different types of aquarium. Now, this type of aquarium is called as a riparium. Now, what is a riparium? If a riparium is a style where you are trying to replicate the banks of a river or a lake, where the water ends and the land starts. So you would have the foliage that grows on the land. So here you could see that by plants which are growing on the border, and then after that you could see a drop off where there's a water column, and then you have beautiful fishes. So this is a nice and easy way of maintaining a beautiful aquarium, and this is a new concept we have bought in, and we're developing that in Chennai. Okay, so now let's get back into the topic. We have under the products, we have live goods and dry goods. So what are those categories which fall under live goods? Are your typical fishes. The fishes, again, there are different categories. You have something called as the freshwater fishes. These are the fishes that you would find in your local lakes or lakes abroad, or rivers, and other freshwater water bodies. And then there are brackish waters fishes, which are fishes that are found at the convergence point between a river and a sea. And then there are marine fishes, which are fishes found in the sea, in the reef areas, in the deep seas, and things like that. So different varieties of fishes, part of the trade. Then you have something called as invertebrates, which constitute of shrimps. Yes, we have shrimps which are part of the trade, which comes in different colors actually, red, yellow, black, blue, just to name a few. And they range in prices from starting from say 40 rupees all the way up to say 2,800 rupees. Then there are lobsters which are sold. There are crabs. Yes, we do have crabs. What, again, an information for you guys, what you see on the right side is a freshwater crab. It is called as a vampire crab, which is a part of the ghost crab species. And these are excellent algae eaters. They are foragers, and they kind of maintain the algae in the tank. Then again, another big industry is that of aquatic plants. There's a lot of aquatic plants which are sold. The objective of an aquarium, a lot of people want to maintain aquarium in a natural environment. You have a lot of different species of aquarium plants, and like in the previous setting, there are bog plants which are available for sale. Then you have a few reptiles, such as frogs, African dwarf frogs. Then you have hammerhead frogs, poison dart frogs from Amazon forest. A lot of these are available in the ornamental trade these days. And under the dry goods, it's a huge list. Of course, starting with the aquarium, which sustains these lives, you have the molded aquariums imported from China. Then you have the low iron glass aquariums. Then you have huge and massive, acrylic aquariums, which are used for housing these beautiful life forms. And then you have the cabinets which contain these aquariums, cabinets made out of marine clay, cabinets made out of compressed wood, cabinets made out of stainless steel racks. So again, a huge variety available there. Then about the lights, there are different lights that enhance the coloration of the fishes, lights that have UVB in the spectrum, which are used for basking of the reptile life forms. Then you have lights with the photosynthetically active radiation, which are used in growth of aquatic plants. Then filtration systems are part of this trade, which kind of maintain the water for you. I'm sure you guys who would have kept aquariums, you would have come across the sponge filter. That's a simple biological filter starting from 200 rupees, or a UG filter starting from 150 rupees, all the way up to lakhs of rupees for what do you call automated system for koi pond filtration would easily range in the price range, fall in the price range of few lakhs of rupees. Then there are a plethora of fish food which is available, all the way from what do you call the remains of a groundnut to all the way to brine shrimp and other sophisticated fish food flakes which are manufactured. So that in itself is a big industry. Fish food is actually, resale of fish food is a big market. You can procure fish food from abroad and repack it, and there's a huge market for that. Fish medication, especially, there is a huge company called as Seachem Industries who have made big just because of the fish medication, to treating the various ailments that the fish might encounter, and beneficial bacteria which can be added to enhance the water quality. So these are a few of the items which come under fish medicines. Plants, when you grow it under water, you need fertilizers. So these fertilizers again can be what you call procured from abroad and repacked and sold. Or these medicines can be their formulas are available online. You could actually purchase these medication fertilizers and repack them and sell them. The air pumps, which kind of maintain the oxygen level in the water, these contribute to the water quality. Then the maintenance equipments like nets, forceps, tweezers, all cleaning equipments, magnetic brushes. And if you don't want to go the nature aquarium route, then there is aquarium toys which are kept. These also form part, and the huge the list just keeps going on. There are hardscape equipments like rocks which are imported from abroad, soil, and so on. So it's a huge market just in for dry goods and live goods. When you talk about the service industry, there are many different styles. As I said in the couple of slides before, I introduced you to a style called as riparium. Now there are other styles also called as terrarium. Now terrariums would be anything that would be in a glass box without water, only land mass. And then what you see is in this image is what you call as a paludarium. A paludarium, again, it has a land mass and a water body, and some aquatic life form in the water body. So paludarium is another style. Installing all these come under the installation services. So this requires specialized expertise and for understanding how to maintain a sustainable aquarium or a paludarium, what goes into the filtration, how much of lighting is required, what temperatures are suitable for these life forms, where do they come from, what kind of ecosystem can we create. It is always best to create an ecosystem or what you call as a microhabitat. So this understanding of that microhabitat will enable you to do a wonderful installation. We are in the information age, and all these information available online. So if you're interested, go read up about the ecosystem, and then you can, with practice, you can become an expert in installing these kind of habitat. Of course, with the different kind of installations, there is a requirement for maintenance. So annual maintenance contracts, so AMCs are required for all these projects. So that is one of the services that is provided, and consulting. So what you see here in this image is basically a snippet of a public aquarium in Spain. Again, a trivia for you guys. What the fish that you see behind the child is actually called as an arepa, and it is one of the biggest freshwater fishes in the world, and it can grow all the way up to 10 feet to 14 feet. So it's a massive fish. but they are called the gentle giants because they are not aggressive towards humans, and you could actually swim with them. And one more interesting fact is that you could actually see these fishes in Chennai itself. If you go to the Koiltur market, you could see these fishes available for sale. They range anywhere between 40,000 and more. So yeah, consulting, coming back, you can consult for setting up a public aquariums. So that is there, or public displays, that is in schools, hospitals, corporates. There's an opportunity. And then you could have private installations for high net individuals. So there is an opportunity there. And educational institutions, you could display a working model of, say, water cycles comprising of different zones of a river. So that is an opportunity. And then conservation programs. So a lot of these scientific and research organization come up with these international conferences which happen yearly. We had an opportunity to set up a working model of a mangrove ecosystem for one of the central government and World Bank funded projects. So there are a lot of opportunities there in the consulting area also, and the returns on consulting obviously is much higher. Uh, so yeah, what are the lines of businesses in an ornamental aquaculture? So again, uh, going back to the dry goods, how you could make a business out of it. So these topics would help you in choosing whether you want to take up ornamental aquaculture as a business, and what are the lines that you could look into. So under dry goods, you could actually become an importer and a wholesale dealer. A lot of these products, as I said, the aquarium equipments, the fish food, are we are still not into 100% into manufacturing. So you could purchase these in bulk and resell it, repack it and resell it as a wholesale dealer. Or you could take up retail sales. So retail sales is your local fish shop where you could resell these items. Again, the strength of all business is the sourcing. That's a secret. And so if you are good in sourcing, then there's a good potential for business here. Or if you want to manufacture these fish food, there are opportunities. Central government organizations like MPEDA and ICAR, CMFRI are funding these projects. They are willing to invest in you if you are willing to become a manufacturer of these fish food or any of these aquaculture related projects. Also, because this enables in setting up a lot of self-help groups, the government really funds these projects. So logistics, you could plan in the transportation of these live what do you call the fishes and thing. You could plan for the logistics. Again, one more big booming industry is the e-commerce. Under e-commerce, because of the pandemic, the opportunities have grown multiple folds. So you could sell these dry goods on e-commerce platform, and there's a lot of demand, and especially for people in Chennai. As I said, Chennai is one of the biggest wholesale hubs. So we could easily take up a website and take these products from the corresponding wholesalers or importers, and then make it available on the online platform. A lot of people are doing it. And again, the advantage of taking up dry goods is that the shelf life is longer, and you could actually the risk is actually much lesser, and the potential for profit is much higher in dry goods. The other opportunity is the live goods. If you are somebody with a passion for growing fish or plants, then there's a huge opportunity there. Fish production unit is one of the opportunity. As I said, Tamil Nadu is one of the third biggest production in terms of ornamental fish production. The biggest production is done by Maharashtra and West Bengal. The Maharashtra, especially Mumbai, you could come across people who would hire a place which would be only an apartment which would be only about 400 square feet, and they would set up a rack system and grow a fish species called as discus. Discus fish is called as a king of freshwater aquarium. It's a very beautiful fish, comes with a lot of patterns, and it's a high premium fish. So the profitability is much higher, and they earn in tunes of lakhs with just this what do you call it, 600 square feet area. Or you could invest in a much larger production unit. A classic example is something which our own Madras Christian College has been instrumental in forming. I'm sure some of you guys would have heard of Manimangalam Fish Farm, which at one point of time used to be one of the biggest farms in Asia. And this was a brainchild or a subset of one Dr. Reddy, who was a HOD of the zoology department long time back. So again, MCC was instrumental in founding one of the biggest fish production units in Asia. It's still functional. You could, those who are interested could go visit it. It is available in fish farm. It's available in a village called as Manimangalam. Then aquatic plant culture is again a very big and booming industry. One of the biggest plant culture farms in Asia is again in India. Biggest tissue culture farm in India, Asia is in India. So the farm's name is Sri Padma Aquaculture. You could probably visit their site. It's upon 7 acres of land. They have 7 poly houses culturing different types of aquatic plants. The tissue culture farm is based out of Bangalore. It is done by Stillwater Aquatics, and the plants are supplied to more than 20 different nations, including the European nations. So it's a huge industry. Especially because the tissue culture industry has made the shelf life of these aquatic plants much more longer, so shipping becomes much more easier. Under the service industry, as I said, aquascaping consultant is one of the roles where you could, if you have a love and passion for aquariums, you learn about the ecosystems and you try to recreate those. People are more than interested in creating that in their home environment or office environment. You should be willing to provide a concept of how it would be beneficial for them. Then there is a role of a theme park consultant, people who set up public aquariums, people who set up public displays. Then there is a role for a fish farm consultant. If you are keen on fish breeding or aquatic plant culture, then you could easily be a fish farm consultant, setting up what we call a blueprint of a successful business model, how to develop a product and bring it to the business in a short time span. So a fish farm consultant is one of the business opportunity. And apart from this, there is this aquarium maintenance services, which can be taken up as a part-time opportunity. Even per visit cost, somebody could earn as much as 500 to 5,000 rupees per visit. So that is something part-time, maybe like students can take up as a part-time opportunity. So aquarium maintenance services, a lot of people have aquariums, colleges, corporates, public aquariums. So there is a need for that. So that is another business opportunity there. So again, trivia for this slide. What you see here on the right side is not any imported fishes, but these are fishes that are available right in India. What you see is on the top is what you call as a chameleon fish. The beauty is that it can change within a fraction of a second. It can change colors. And the second one is what is called as a dwarf gourami. These are two of the most imported species. These two species are exported from India. I'm sorry, and in fact, these species are found here in Chennai. If you are somebody interested in catching fishes, if you go to your local rivers or ponds, you could actually find them. These species are available, and the other one is what you call as a hyphen barb. These are species which are available from West Bengal and Orissa, that belt. There are many more species of beautiful ornamental fishes here in India. There is lots and lots of opportunities in this ornamental aquaculture. What I presented to you is just again a tip of an iceberg. Whether you want to take it up as a passive source of income, where you could be a hobbyist and probably have a small space in your backyard to grow out a guppy or breed some fighters and then come and resell in the market. Or you could grow some aquatic plants and then resell in your market. Or you want to take it up as a serious profession, where you could develop an e-commerce website and resell these products, or take up aquascaping consultancy. The possibilities are just limitless. I hope I have inspired some of you into looking into this as a passive or active source of income. Finally, what you see on this slide is interesting fish called as Chenna barca. The specialty about this fish is it is one of the costliest fish which is exported from India. Each of these fish species will cost you somewhere about 40,000 to 60,000 rupees, and it is only the where it is collected is a big trade secret. All we know is these are fishes which are available in some parts of northern Assam or somewhere from there. So again, the opportunities are limitless. I hope I have inspired some of you. The floor is open to questions. I'm ready to take your questions.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Mr. Jitin. It was really, like an inspiring, because like most of us didn't know about it. The whole lot of industry is there, okay, and it's truly, inspirational for many of our students, particularly during the time. They have a lot of time with them now. They do not know what to do, and this could be one, avenues, which they can look into. Okay, now maybe the floor is open. I would be happy, to get the questions from the students. No, I think you can unmute, right? Students, no, I'd be happy if you can ask some questions, directly. If you can unmute, please let us know.
Nitin, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir, I have a question.
Yeah, introduce yourself and you ask your question.
Yeah, sir, Mr. Eric, my name is Ryan. So, and I have a question that if someone don't have money to invest in this business, can he also do that business as a side business?
Wonderful question, Ryan. Actually, that is pretty much the principle I follow. So I believe in not taking loans and growing organically. So can this business be started without an investment? Yes, definitely yes. For that, first you will need to develop a skill. For instance, as I said, consultancy services. So for there is an area called as planted aquariums, which is what I specialize in. So how I started this was I had a passion for keeping aquariums like how they would be found in nature. So one, adding plants to aquarium, it makes the tank look good, but also it enables the fishes to show their best color because they are in the natural environment. So what I started setting up these aquariums at home and practicing this, how to do it on my own. And then when I realized I could, there was a potential for this to go commercial. The path that I took was I collaborated with a lot of local fish shops. I did an installation for them for free. I did not charge them. The understanding was they would pay for the products that were being used. I would not charge a consultation charge or any other installation charge. So once the tank was set up there, that became like an advertising module for me. And because it was a unique, something unique, people, when they saw this, it started generating interest. And see, the whole trade industry is driven by visual sales. So whatever you showcase, even in Instagram, when something is trending, when you see something interesting happening, naturally our heart is there to desires that, and you want to do the same thing. So same way, when people started seeing this planted aquariums, they wanted to install something that like that. And now I became a subject matter expert because I have already installed this in various fish shop, and I became an expert in that. And people would call me to actually install these type of settings. So that is one model. Or if you are interested in breeding of fishes or shrimps, or again, you could do that, and then you could work out with a local fish shop to provide you a space where you could go and give your produce, and then work out on some sort of an agreement of a profit sharing with them. So that way, you are not liable for a huge capital investment. That would be a way to start in an industry. Again, you could also start by setting up a online portfolio, like an Instagram profile or a YouTube channel that would make you popular among the masses. And when again you do that on your own, you don't have to invest in a shop. Setting up a shop or a franchise is a big overhead cost, which would it be anywhere in the tune of lakhs. And those who had a shop-based portfolio took a very bad beating because of this pandemic and this lockdown. So this is an alternative approach. By doing this path, you could actually set up a business model where you don't have to invest. So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yes, sir. So all this business, I have one more. Please, can I have?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, sir. One more thing. If I install it all, can I do it all online, or do I have to visit also? Some people have to meet also.
So for installation, you would require to be at the client side, right? It is a client-facing business. So definitely for the installation, you will need to meet people. And also for advertising, you will need to meet people. As I said, you will need to interact with the local fish shop. You can have tie-up with people who are in the construction industry, because they will generate leads for you, like architects, construction, people who are involved in that, they will generate leads for you. Then there are, if you're going a paid route, then there are networks like BNI, Yes. So these are forums where you can present, and that network would act as a advertising forum for you. Wherever there's a business opportunity or lead, they will give you a solid lead.
And sir, what do you use to advertise your products and your installations? What did you use?
Again, as I said, my business model is more of an organically growing business model. I am low in investment because I definitely I didn't want to take a risk Of course, if you take a risk, the returns and growths are much higher. My business model was based on my strength and my financial capabilities. I had a clear understanding of the functioning of a planted aquarium. So I was typically playing the role of a subject matter expert and understanding of how the different fishes live in the ecosystem, from where they come in from. So because of that, the installations which I set up had a very good client feedback, and I specifically put a lot of emphasis on client relationship because they are the biggest generator of repeat business. So in my model, it is almost 70% of my projects are based on repeat business and client referrals. So that is the business model I follow. I haven't invested a lot on the advertising forum, but again, there is a big potential there. But it requires investment. Like if you could do the Google AdSense or the Facebook advertising, you could do that. But again, the investment there is a compounding investment, because they would give you a small window of opportunity, and beyond that, if you want to reach out, then you will need to invest more. So considering the financial conditions of everyone, you need to choose an appropriate path.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now maybe we have another 7 or 8 questions now we can accommodate. Now please be quick and fast.
Sir, can I?
Yeah, please. Now switch on the video.
Yes,
Yeah, switch on the
sir,
video. Now,
I have switched my video on.
Yeah, okay.
The video is on.
Yeah, go on.
Sir, so thank you, Jitin sir. That was quite an insightful presentation of yours. So I just have one question. So aquaculture has procured a significant market share in countries like Singapore, Indonesia, and Thailand, predominantly Asian. So with reference to the pie chart, referring to the pie chart, why do you think aquaculture is not as prominent business in West, as prominent in Asia compared to in West and European countries?
Okay, you could say that because the Asian countries are probably in the tropical belt, and almost 70 to 80% of the exports are of the wild collected fishes. If you see, the fishes which are available to the local market are the fishes which are captive bred. When you say captive bred, these are fishes which are bred in fish farms and things like that. So the fishes which are available to the local market are the fishes which are captive bred. But the fishes which are exported are the fishes which are found in the wild lakes and rivers, like how I showed in the image, that the one of the costliest fishes is a fish that is found in Assam. It's a fish called as snakehead, which are particularly found only in the Indian and Southeast Asian subcontinent. The particular fish species is called Chenna barca. And then there are a lot of native fish species which are available only in the lakes and rivers of these Southeast Asian areas. Now, why Singapore is a major hub? Because Singapore accumulates all these wild-caught native fishes, and they export it they have more regulated trade industry, so they are able to export these species to different parts of the European nations and the American continent. But why it is not available, why India is playing such a small role, which is one more point I am adding on, is because in India the trade is highly unregulated, and the need for conservation is also not highlighted. Again, if somebody is interested, there's an opportunity there. India has a lot of native species which are suitable for ornamental trade, and these native species are also easily captive bred. And because there is a huge potential of exports, if somebody is interested in taking up breeding or reselling of these fishes in India, there's a tremendous potential. I hope I have answered your question, Mukesh.
Yes, sir. So also like one of the reasons like could be the weather and the climate, and of course the regulations come like makes a significant difference, right? Like in
Correct.
Singapore. So like why
Correct.
don't so why don't like they invest, like since they have sophisticated technologies over there, so why don't like they create a facility which would favors the growth of this aquaculture there as well.
Profitability, Mukesh. So, creating a microhabitat not just increases the required amount of equipment to run a facility, but also the running cost. So, when you are trying to, so it's the same question. The same IT job which can be done by the people in America are being outsourced to people in India and China. Why is that? Because the cost of production is much lower here. So it takes a much lower effort and cost to produce a certain amount of livestock here in India or in any of the Southeast Asian countries than to Europe or America, where the labor cost is much higher. Even in Australia, for that matter, the labor cost is much higher. So that is one reason, and again, the more important reason is that we are in the tropical belt, and these species are suitable for these tropical belt. So, if they were to generate these species in the subtropics, then they will need to probably have a environment where the heat and the humidity is maintained. So doing that consumes a lot of resources, and that definitely brings down the profitability.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Some
Thank you,
other,
Armstrong, sir.
yeah, some other questions, please, quickly.
So I have a question.
Yeah, please.
My name is Leander, sir, and yes, I really loved your presentation, so thank you for it. The question I have is, you brought up the point about invertebrates such as crabs and shrimps. So what is the potential you see in invertebrates in India, sir? The scope of it, because I haven't honestly seen much of that, but you think there's a greater scope in invertebrates?
Okay, Leander, thank you for the question, and you need to. Okay, so if you have time, you should maybe Google up on something called as CRS shrimps. It's a Caridina species. Each of those shrimps sells for anywhere. The lowest grade would sell for about 180 rupees, and the highest grades would sell for something around 1,800 to 2,600 for just one shrimp. And there is so the beauty about the invertebrates is it can be cultured in a small footprint. So you need not have a huge manufacturing facility. You could have say a 10 by 10 room and rack system, and you could have tanks with these happening. I have a friend here in Vadapalni who earns anywhere in the tune of he's into IT. So this is not his main job. He's a technical consultant at IBM, and he does this as his part time. But this in itself generates a tune of 50,000 to 1 lakh per month. Just by using a couple of rack system with growing these invertebrates. So yes, the first step is understanding how to grow them. The second step is to troubleshoot the diseases. And the third step, the most important step, is to find a market where you can sell them. So you will need to build a network of people who will be able to purchase it. As I said, there are exporters of these fishes and shrimps. So if you need help, I can assist you with that. So there are people who can purchase these shrimps, especially the crystal red shrimps, and people living in Bangalore and parts of North India where the temperature actually goes below 24 degrees Celsius. You have a big potential during the 6 months of the year when the temperature is low to grow and breed these beautiful creatures and earn some passive income out of these. Or if you want to do it in Chennai, then you will need to set up a temperature controlled environment, which definitely adds to the cost. But if you have sufficient number of tanks, then you can make sufficient profit to make it as a additional passive income for you. Leander, I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Leander.
Yeah, maybe I have a question, Mr. Jitin.
Yes, sir.
So, which is better, to actually, acquire the skills and then to start this business, or, to actually, do some investment and then, thinking about how this can be taken up forward?
Sir,
The point is, is it essential to know the skills required, basically, the knowledge about the fish culture and things like, because so many people would be interested, just investing money, they're not, they don't have the knowledge to sustain it, no. And sometimes, most of the times, even a fish tank, some of the fish we buy, tends to not to live long, no. So what is it all about now? Where are we lacking actually in this? I think now it got disconnected. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. I think the line got disconnected.
Okay. No
Yeah.
problem. See, the idea is, the question is just very simple. No? Do we need to acquire the skills first, knowledge about how to rear a fish and things like that? Because most of the times, students or someone like most of us would have reared some kind of fish, black molly or like Singapore guppies, things like that. But over a period of time, now we lose interest in that. Now, how is that? Now we can really make out of a business sustaining thing on that.
Two things to it. First is that I heard a talk on financial planning yesterday, and I think so. What they said was the biggest investment or the most profitable investment is the investment in knowledge. So definitely, I would encourage those who are serious about this hobby to do some bit of research and reading, some prototyping, some trial at home before they actually venture into the business. Because this, as I said, the business is not yet regulated and it's cutthroat. So people can take you for a ride. Maybe some people might go in with a low what do you call capital of, say, as less as 1 lakh or something, and then you would end up spending it on things that would be not required because people will take you for a ride. So it is definitely more practical to invest time in learning and then getting into it than on the field training. Yes, you will get on the field training once you have a background of this. You would get on the field training. Yes, and the second point is, I was reading about entrepreneurship, and one of the most important skills of what do you call requirement of entrepreneurship is persistence. So unless you are passionate about a field, you cannot be persistent. If, when something you are passionate about, it will drive you, and it will make you to be consistent in doing that. I think I saw a photo of Roger Federer a couple of weeks back, and where he had made a statement saying that there's no substitute for hard work. So definitely, if you are looking to earn money, there is no other shortcut to it. You need to work hard, take some business risk, a quality of, a definition of entrepreneurship itself is that somebody who takes risks in the purpose of achieving some profit out of it. So definitely there's a risk involved, but if you do your research, you can mitigate those risks, ride the wave. As I said, India has a definite potential for growth in this industry because globally there is an emphasis on mental health, and definitely aquarium in your home gives a soothing environment in a stressful world. Even if you see the corporates, there's a lot of greenery which is kept around and inside. That is because the green color actually soothes your mind. So planted aquariums in this case has a lot of greenery inside that kind of relaxes your mind. Looking at schooling fishes relaxes your mind. So there's a tremendous potential which is coming up, and there is a boom in artificial intelligence. So I'm sure AI will take some time before they can start breeding fishes, or they can start setting up public displays. So this is one field which can be safe from AI, I presume. Only time would say. So yeah, so definitely, again, summing up, I would encourage people to do their research and invest on learning. There are a lot of trainings which come up. They could take up trainings. Government provides training, so you could take up those trainings if you are interested in fish breeding or something of that sort.
Okay, just one more. No? Which are the places one has to visit in Chennai? If somebody is there in Chennai, or somebody is there in Bangalore, or somebody is there in Mumbai, can you just suggest some places to visit, so that they can get a better view or idea about it?
Okay, I am familiar more with Chennai, so I would probably encourage everyone to have a visit of the Kolattur market to see how the business is booming. They do. You could spend one whole day just understanding the business model. There is everything is revolved around a single street, which has a turnover in a range of crores even in a single month. There is a street called as a School Street or West Mada Street, which is on the way to Red Hills. So what you would see there is a retail outlets which are reselling produce which are imported, and there are a plethora of farms which are in the vicinity about, say, 5 to 10 kilometers around the Kolattur market. There is a lot of farms there. Now these farms provide the fish and the fish food and the worms and the plants that are required to the markets. And these farms and the retail shops, you in the evening you would see them actually packing all these fishes which are going across the countries and even to far other nations such as eastern nations such as Jordan and southern nations and all over. So you could see all these things happening. It's definitely worth those who are interested in business, definitely worth spending a day there. You could see plants being sold to the tune of say a few maybe 50,000 or more per day. The rental structure itself of those shops are anywhere. Those small shops are in the tune of 30,000 to 60,000 per month. So you would need to understand the amount of revenue that they need to generate to even pay their rent. So, but then they're not just generating the revenue, but they are having a very thriving business there. So Kolattur is definitely a place to visit. In Bangalore, Bangalore is one of the more niche market. So there now one Mr. Amano would be Takashi Amano is known as a father of modern aquascaping. You could read about him if you Google for ADA, Aqua Design Amano. It's a very prominent aquascaping company. So you could study their business model if you go to Bangalore. Their franchise is run by a company called Stillwater Aquatics. Their installations range anywhere in the tune of say 2 to 3 lakhs all the way to 80 lakhs and more. So they are a big player. So you could visit their office in Bangalore. Mumbai, again, as I said, is a big industry of freshwater aquaculture, especially because of the availability of the water source. They are primarily a hub for discus culture. I wouldn't know of the place, but if you are interested, I can pass on a few numbers of people who are breeders. Specifically to mention Sam's discus, the quality of the discus bred there is so good that they are the only importers of discus to America. Good quality discus being bred there. You could read on Sam's discus online, and you can get to visit them. That's a nice place. Yeah. So again, if again West Bengal is a hub, Galif Street is like our Kolatur market. So that is one place where you could visit. So to get an exposure of these beautiful places. I hope I have answered.
Thank you. And do we have any other questions? No, because some students might be having something in the mind that they wanted to ask. Quickly, we have another 2
So
or 3.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I'm Suha Khan of BBA section. So your presentation was amazing, and I learned a lot of that. My question is, who are the target customers for this industry, sir?
It's an interesting question, Suha. Before that, I'm sure the time is short, and so many of you might still be having questions. So if you guys want to reach out to me, I'm available on Instagram. My handle is Jitin Heric, JITHIN HERIC. So feel free to reach out to me if you have further questions besides this. Answering to your question, Soha, it is everyone. Everyone is a potential customer. When you are going, if you are a true entrepreneur, it doesn't matter even if you are making a 1 lakh profit or a 1 rupee profit. So even a small child who might want to buy a fighter tank is a potential what do you call a buyer. There is anybody can be a potential buyer, and the field is only limited by your creativity. Again, creativity is an important aspect for entrepreneurship. So it's how you imagine a product. Now, of course, ready-made products are available, but you could customize these things in your mind. For instance, you could search for terrariums. Terrariums are also called as nature waste. It is having a small what do you call a small unit of a forest in a tabletop. It is something which is sustainable. You could make your own bottle terrariums. Bottle terrariums actually sell for anywhere between 250 to a few thousands of rupees, depending on the style that you have made and the plants that you have used. So and everyone is a potential customer. So anything else that you want to add on that?
Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Jitin. And any other questions? As Mr. Jitin pointed out, maybe you can keep in touch with him, because a lot of queries you have, and a lot of interest has been aroused among people. Okay. And Nasi pointed out, rather than having it as a hobby, over a period of time, that's a huge business also. You start with something small, over a period of time, because now you just imagine all these big companies, it all started in a garage, in a small rented apartment, places like that. And I'm sure that there's a huge potential, because just 1% of the export has been contributed from India. There's a huge potential. And as the resource person pointed out, in 5 years the market has doubled. Okay, in 5 years the market has doubled, and this is going to happen. A lot of people are coming into this business. Okay, and the knowledge and skill is paramount importance. Okay, there are a lot of people to invest money, but in terms of knowledge, in terms of skill required, and that is what is essential. And as it's been pointed out, it is better we acquire that trial and error, we acquire that quickly, so that we minimize the losses, okay, and we become a kind of a knowledge base where people can come and ask us, and we can charge them for that. That is what huge industry is all about. Okay, and fine. I think being weekend he is also very busy and is able to spend his time with us. And on behalf of the department, I really appreciate and thank the resource person, Mr. Jitin Parekh, for that.
Thank you
And
so much, sir.
yeah, further queries, please keep in touch with him, and he'll be there to help you out. Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Jitin Parekh, and thank you all the students, and thank you, professors. It's been a wonderful
Thank you.
time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Now, students can leave now. The attendance has been noted. Okay. So thank you all. And if you have any further queries, you can keep in touch with us, or you can communicate to him also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Karthi sir, thank you.